It's nice, right? Color scheme, everything, the lighting. How's it going, everyone? Today, I'm gonna go through my process and take you through my steps that I went through to remaking, kind of remodeling this little room that I have, my studio room. I'll take you step-by-step process of my thinking behind it, design inspirations, the whole process of actually painting and remodeling and buying things, and my final decisions and what the future holds for the room. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing to go over is why. Why do you want to do this? Why did I want to do this? Well, to be honest, it was to get a fresh start in a fresh space. You can see it looks nice and clean. It really brings out a new side to you. It can really rejuvenate your creativity and make your space your own. For me, backstory quickly on this room, this was actually my sister's old room, and I kind of took it over to make it into my studio, but it was different colors that she chose. There were purple and a light brown. It was nice. It wasn't for me. And I kind of got fed up with it, and I wanted to completely redo it all and make a new space for myself. Let's go to step 2. Okay, so step 2 comes to really looking for inspiration. That's what I did personally. I went to Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, my favorite YouTubers, and I really wanted to get a look and feel for how I wanted my space to look and feel. But the whole thought process behind it was to really get some ideas that I thought would help me in making my decision and the look that I wanted to go for. So as you can kind of see through the video, or throughout the video, it is more of a darker tone, but we do have light tones. You can see we have the off-white in the back. And what I really wanted to do was get that feeling of being in a new space and something where I can be creative and have my own feel and touch. Another thing, looking for inspiration, was for colors. I didn't know what colors I really wanted to go for. I was thinking maybe all off-white or all dark, or maybe a mishmash of different colors, accent walls, things like that. But I did decide to go to a darker gray and also an off-white and have accent walls that can make the room look interesting. And this is the whole idea that I wanted to go for. All right, step 3, the most important decision I think is making your final decision and what you want to do. This is what I did. Let me take you over and we'll go over that. Okay, well, step 3 is really about making that final decision and picking the colors that you want to go with and the furniture that will match. For me, I wanted to go with a darker gray and also an off-white, and to make sure the furniture did match, I already do have a dark table and a light table that I can mishmash and mix around with what I want to do. I also have some darker drapes. Step 3 is something that you really want to lay out your plan and have concrete ideas that you want to go forward with. You want to make sure you have your colors, supplies that you may need. Make sure your furniture will match. If you have to redecorate and buy new furniture, make sure you're aware of that and budget for it accordingly. Now, step 4, which was the painful process of actually doing everything, and where I underestimated a lot of the work. Let me take you over. All right, step 4 honestly was the hardest step. I'm not gonna lie. Anyone that tells you it isn't, they're probably lying. Step 4 was buying everything, painting everything, taping everything. And what I noticed and what I really forgot is I forgot how tiring painting is. Your shoulders get tired, your hands get tired, you get sick and tired of waiting. It's a painstaking process that I honestly forgot what it was and how much work it does take. Packing up the furniture, moving it out of the room, taping every single corner, every single piece of trim, taking off things out of the wall, patching up the walls. Where these pegboards are, there were holes in the wall. I had to fill them in with putty, even with a mesh tape, to really make sure that I got it out and done with. Getting everything was annoying. There were times where we had to make trips back to Home Depot to get little things like little rollers for the edges by the door to make sure we got it filled in correctly, for extra tape, for extra stir sticks for the paint can, because I was only given 2, I needed 3 for some reason. Yeah, thanks Home Depot. Anyways, step 4 was a mission, to say the least, and it was something that I really did misinterpret, and I kind of forgot how much work it is. That's something that I'm gonna tell you guys now. Don't underestimate how much effort painting really takes. It takes a lot out of you. The actual painting itself, it did take some time. It took about a day to 2 days to really get all the primer in, all the color. Primer coats, it took me about 3. And for color, for these dark walls, maybe about 1.5, just for some spotty spots. And for the actual light off-white, surprisingly, it was only 1 coat with a little bit of touch up here and there. But I was surprised I didn't need 3 coats of primer. Even going through the edges and the corners and priming those and getting up on the ladder and getting the edges at the top, that really took it out of me. It kind of made me think why I was doing this, but to be honest, it was completely worth it, and I got a beautiful, amazing studio out of it. Okay, let's get into step 5, the final step where I go into future plans with the room. All right, let's go. Okay, well, it was a long process. It took me about 2 weeks, a week and a half maybe, to get everything done, moving everything out, taping everything, putting the walls, priming, painting, putting everything in, putting up these amazing pegboards that I'm actually super happy with. Now what's next? Next steps, follow-ups. What's the future plan, you might be thinking? Probably not, but anyways. Future plans, well, I'm gonna be putting up some canvas prints, maybe along my PC wall, along the hallway over here behind you guys. And maybe even a new table. I was thinking of getting a standing table. I hear it's really good for your health, standing up a little bit more during the workday, because I do work from home as well, so it would help me get up off my ass a bit and to really stand and work. But that is future plans. We'll see. Maybe we'll get a neon light in the middle of my little side business that I have going on, or side hustle, and I'll get into that in future videos and take you through that process and behind the scenes of everything with that. But yeah, with that, I hope these little 5 steps that I gave you kind of helped, kind of give you a guide into what it's like redesigning your studio. You might think it'll take 2-3 days, which is what I thought initially. It took me almost a week and a half to 2 weeks to actually get it done. If you do like videos like this, leave a like below. If not, a dislike. Leave a comment, let me know what you thought. If you want me to have a breakdown on the actual cost of everything, because it was a little bit expensive. Luckily I didn't have to buy new furniture. I can break down the cost in another video, in Canadian, USD, whatever it might be. And we can go from there. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the studio. And let's get this channel started.